Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about Prey. Prey was a 2022 film released by Dan Trachtenberg, which is the, I want to say, seventh Predator film, if you include Aliens versus Predators. Um, oh God, Alright, great premise. You know, the actual concept for the film, I think, was actually sort of genius. You know, having the Predator go back in time against civilization that is very primitive. You know, no weapons like the assault weapons and anything like that we've got now. Um, so from that aspect, I thought that was a really interesting idea. Very poorly executed, I have to say. There are aspects of it being far too dark, as in like the brightness, the contrast. It's you can't see what's going on. And until the last, I want to say like 15-20 minutes, it feels very small. It doesn't feel sort of like grand scale kind of thing. The first Predator film was obviously very small, very contained within a jungle. The second one was, I want to say, it was LA. Third one, which was the third one? Predators, which was on their planet. Then you have The Predator, which, again, I can't remember, a small city in the US. And here again, you kind of go back to the woods, essentially. And it was very small scale in terms of the cast. Naru, the main character, she comes across as very unlikable, I have to say. A lot of the synopsis I've read is that, you know, she wants to become a hunter, and she's figured out that there is something that's hunting her tribe, and she wants to save the tribe, and that's not really what happens. She wants to try and prove to everyone that she is a hunter, and by hunting the predator, she's going to prove that. So it's not a case of her defending her tribe. This is a case of her wanting to prove herself. She is quite disrespectful to. I can't really say her elders because it's more the people in charge. So again, very unlikable. But I loved. I loved the landscape of it. I don't even know where it was filmed, but it's stunningly beautiful. The moments that you can actually see things when it's quite bright, it's stunning. It really is. And it's unfortunate that it just spirals into something quite idiotic, to be honest. You hardly see the predator at the start, which, yeah, fine. I mean, but the thing is, we all know what the predator looks like. You know, with this many films in, there's no need to try and have that kind of suspense. You know, there was suspense within the first one because we're like, well, okay, what is this thing? What is this? What is this? What is this thing? And then you see it, and it's, oh my god. In the second one, I think he uses it for sort of camouflage, just because it's a heavy populated city. But in this one, there's so much that doesn't seem right. The CGI is really bad in some parts. There's a snake that looks particularly bad. There's a very bad cat. And I can only say cat because the main characters call it a lion, but it's nondescript. You cannot clearly see what it is. And I have a problem with that scene as well, because she would, without a doubt, be dead. You know, she falls out of a tree when she's being confronted by this cat. She falls out, knocks herself out. Suddenly, she wakes up back at the tribe and says, "Oh yeah, your brother carried you." But he was nowhere to be found. He wasn't there. That cat would have killed her. And it's kind of a theme that runs throughout the entire film, where she is actually lucky. She doesn't seem like a hunter that's skillful. It's a lot of luck. And even in the final confrontation with the Predator, all it seems is like he becomes sort of an imbecile. He's been so methodical and so brutal when he comes to dispatching certain people within the film. And suddenly it comes to her and he's an idiot. He's a complete idiot. A lot of the damage that's done to him towards the end of the film is actually done by himself. I actually had to wind it back a couple of times because I thought, no, that's stupid. There's no way that I saw that. She's definitely done something. There's no way. There's a moment when he jumps at her, lunges, and his claws go into a tree. And she's got one of his like sort of javelins. I don't know how, of course. And she kind of jumps at him, and he clicks out his shield and kind of moves to block it, and in doing so just chops his arm off. He used that shield to decapitate someone just a minute before then. He is fully aware of it. He knows his surroundings. He knows where his arm is. He knows how much damage this javelin spear thing could do to him. Yet he decides to try and block it and in the process chop his arm off. And it's things like that throughout the entire end sequence that ruin this film. And I still don't understand the ending. I'll give everyone a couple of minutes if you did want to turn it off, go and watch the film. So, she wraps him up in what we've all seen in the trailer. Her throwing axe that she has, that she's to put string on. She grabs it from the dog, wraps it around him, jumps up on top of him, wraps it around his neck, and then pulls him into a mud pond thing. And she's on the side. He gets up, points his gun at her, and she wants him to fire because his gun follows the trajectory of the 3 dots that's on his helmet. His helmet is behind him, pointing at him. Again, it comes down to him being a complete moron. But at no point did I see her remove that helmet and place it there. I am still trying to rack my brain around that because I am so confused. It's so boring. I think I stopped it about 3 times because I just thought I need to get up and just walk around a bit. I am so bored. I can't take it. I really can't. And something that frustrates me as well is the nods. If you have a nod to a previous film or anything like that, great. If it's done well, it can be fantastic, and it could be something that really rounds off a film series. In this one, they choose to reference Predator 2. And in Predator 2, I believe Danny Glover is he's on their spaceship looking around at all of the trophies that they've collected over the years. And he sees a pistol from, is it 1713 or 1716? Inscribed with it the name of the person. Okay, alright. And in this film, you meet that person. He gives his gun to Nuru, the main character. And at the end of the film, she's dispatched with the Predator taken his head back to her tribe with the gun. So I don't know if this is a sort of sequel bait thing, or if it's just a very stupid way of trying to reference a previous film. But there's a lot of elements like this to that film where it's just very boring, very stupid, and I would not want to watch it again. I really wouldn't. And I wanted to like this. I really did. I loved the concept. I thought the concept was fantastic. I love Predator films. Yes, the last couple have been particularly bad, but I love Predator films. And this was just, this was one of the hardest films I think I've ever had to sit through. I don't think it's taken me this long to ever watch a film. But, well, you know, if people like it, that's fine. That's up to them. But if you have seen Prey, please let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because that really, really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next one.